Win or lose, it's how you play the game. With everything you got. No energy saved, no emotion held back.
That one is to left. They play shallow.
And that's what baseball is. A game. A kid's game that says summertime and the innocent time of life.
Ripped to right field. This one's deep, and it is gone.
That gives us moments to cherish and life lessons to follow forever.
A beautiful day on hand at the Giamatti Center in Bristol, Connecticut for ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series. A matchup today in the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Staten Island, New York, taking on Clinton County, Pennsylvania. 6 teams comprise of the Mid-Atlantic region, including New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and D.C. First time today that we are going to see Pennsylvania and New Jersey in action, with the winner of this region going on to Williamsport. Hi, everyone, and welcome alongside the man that sent Cumberland, Rhode Island to the Little League World Series twice in his coaching tenure, Dave Belisle. I'm John Brickley. Glad to have you with us. Day 1 in the books yesterday, some great action. Now we look ahead to day number 2. What can we expect from today's action?
Well, you saw in day 1 we did see some great action. We saw kids a little nervous, getting acclimated. But today, kids been on the practice field. Some of them have played games. I think we're going to see some great action today.
Now, we look ahead to today, and just based on a coin flip, that's Pennsylvania's luck that they would get an opening round bye. So they have their first game today. And here's a team that has a lot of momentum going in. But the big question for them is it going to be rest or rust?
I think it's going to be rest. I really do. They're an extremely good team, and they dominated their tournament. And they saved some pitching by getting that bye. So I foresee them to be strong.
For New York, we saw them yesterday come up with a dominant win offensively, 10-2 over the boys from D.C., and it was highlighted by the performance at the plate from Steven Martinez, 3 for 3 for the young fella.
Extremely good ball player, if not the best ball player I've seen so far in this tournament. The kid's got incredible hands. He plays shortstop, second to none. And at the plate, the boy's a pleasure to watch. He's a picturesque hitter. He has full extension when he hits, and he's athletic. I love this kid.
The home run that still hasn't landed. So New York looking to ride the wave of that winning momentum. Pennsylvania hoping to begin on a positive note. We've got the first pitch coming up from Bristol next on ESPN+.
Those left unattended. Balls will leave the field, so stay alert. And return to retrieve balls to the black gate behind home plate. In no circumstance shall the ball be thrown back onto the field. Noise-making devices are not permitted. And finally, do not stand along the front rail of each grandstand. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game.
watching ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series, the Mid-Atlantic Regional, showcasing today Clinton County, Pennsylvania, and Staten Island, New York, as we take a look at the division at a glance. 6 teams in a modified double elimination with ages ranging from 10 to 13, but cannot have turned 13 before May 1st of this year. A 6-inning game with 2/3 the conventional field size with the mandatory minimum play coming into effect. We saw that time and time again, Coach, be a factor as well. But it'll be an interesting matchup to see a team getting an open round bye, playing their first game against a team that had offensive success in New York yesterday.
I guess you can look at it both ways. You know, the Staten Island team looked so impressive yesterday. They got on the field and they looked sharp as could be. You know, Keystone has a chance to watch them, but also has rest their pitching. So here we go.
Levi Schlesinger, the starting pitcher for Clinton County, Pennsylvania, facing off with the leadoff man and Chris Bedford, who was brilliant yesterday. 4 innings with 5 strikeouts, getting the victory. Pitch in there to even up the count at 1-1.
And Schlesinger's been their guy for Keystone. Talking to Coach before, he pounds that zone, and he's a big figure.
Misses low for the Staten Island team. They are a team that back in 1964 won the Little League World Series, one of 3 teams from New York, in fact, to win the Little League World Series. Trying to do what Maine Endwell did just a couple of years ago in 2016, winning it all at Williamsport.
Very impressive team.
3-1. Bedford swung on a miss, so a full count to the leadoff man.
One thing we saw yesterday, the Staten Island team, they work the counts. They're aggressive, but they're patient. They'll swing when the pitch is in the zone.
Schlesinger with the 3-2. Misses, and Bedford with a nice job to draw a leadoff walk to begin this game.
Good job by Bedford. Again, patience, patience, patience. Those good Little League ball players. Like I said before, they know the zone. They know their sweet spots. So.
Greg Bruno, the starting pitcher for today, in the number 2 spot.
What Levi's has got to do, he's got to throw strikes. You get to the 3-4 hitters in this lineup.
Schlesinger missing. So falls behind in the count, 2-0. If we have seen anything from this New York offense so far, is when you make mistakes, they jump on them quickly. And now 3-0 as Schlesinger falls behind to the second batter of this first inning.
Again, this is Keystone's first game, so a little bit of nervousness here.
That one inside and draws a walk on 4 straight pitches. So the first 2 guys lead on base via walk, and that brings up Steven Martinez, who yesterday went 3 for 3 with a home run, and already we get a first mound visit from Pennsylvania.
Okay? Come on, come on. How close are they? Come on, you're all right. Come on.
He's over there.
That's okay.
Straight down the middle.
Huh?
Straight down the middle, recording.
Okay. Hey, listen. Gotta compete now, okay? Gotta compete. Let's throw it around the plate. Gotta have to break some stuff off, all right? Working corners, okay? Come on. Keep first and second. You got a good defense. Let him hit it. Let's get it. Come on. Let's go.
Patrick Johnson, the manager for Clinton County, Keystone Little League. And that mound visit, trying to relax his starting pitcher. A little bit of tension, a little bit of nervousness in this first game.
Yeah, good job. Get it. Do it early. Do it early. Get these kids relaxed. Again, it's their first game.
First pitch to Martinez, misses high.
Now you heard the coach. You know, where's the location of the pitches? He just wants the opinion. You get him settled. Ooh,
Martinez fouls that one away. When you look at the type of player Martinez is, granted it's a small sample size, what are your biggest takeaways of the type of hitter he is?
Oh, he is, first of all, he's athletic, okay? And he's balanced at the plate, and he's in control. And he's focused. He's focused, and he's confident. I mean, like I said, we saw him play first yesterday, but he is so confident.
2-1 pitch, Martinez other way, right into the glove though of Brady Myers, and comes up with the double play, and a nice job by the defense of Pennsylvania to back up their starting pitcher.
Good job by Schlesinger. throw that strike. Fell behind 2-0. Get your defense involved, and Keystone's got a good defense out there. Good defense. Just a nice play by Myers. Give it to Johnson. Get the big deuce at the right time.
So that brings up Derek Mendez in the cleanup spot. D-Train, as he is known to his teammates. Bedford on at second with a leadoff walk. A double play with 2 outs. Schlesinger back to work.
And a big at bat for Mendez right here. He's an excellent hitter. Pick up that guy at second base. Get your team on the board. Don't worry about the double play. He had some momentum. Get it back.
Mendez had 2 hits yesterday in the win over DC. That one in there for a called strike to make it a 2-1 count.
And Schlesinger feeling much better about himself. More focused, more relaxed.
Hey, 3-1 approach, right? Your zone. Hey, swing in your zone.
That was a nice block right there by Fravel. Beautiful.
3-1 sent into shallow center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Bedford rounding third. He will score. And New York quickly on the board with a 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Derek Mendez.
Great job by Derek right here. Fighting off a tough pitch and finding a spot when no one was. Just a great piece of hitting right. A very good pitch in on the hands. But he keeps the hands in and drives in that run. Look at the focus, keeping the hands in. Nice job, son. Nice job. Big run.
Chris Cancel, the catcher, the number 5 hitter now at the plate. He, along with Mendez, had 2 hits in yesterday's win over DC. Favorite actor, Kevin Hart, bounces in the dirt. Fravel again with the nice stop.
Great stop, great mechanics by Fravel behind that plate. That's a difficult block right there. Chest out front. Again.
Schlesinger now at 22 pitches in this first inning. 15 of which have been balls. So control has been an issue for the starter. That one misses low again, so he falls behind in the count 3-1. With Logan Castanello on deck for New York.
Watch out here with Cancel.
That one just touches the outside of the corner, makes it a full count.
Nice pitch. Keep it on the other half. Nice pitch.
Cancel skies one into center field. Diving catch. Beautiful way to end the inning for Connor Foltz. A web gem. But New York able to get on the board first on a Derek Mendez RBI single. But Foltz sacrificing the body, limiting the damage. Bottom 1 coming your way on the other side of the break. New York with a 1-0 lead on a Derek Mendez RBI single as we get our first chance to see this Pennsylvania offense in work. And for Pennsylvania, they have been the gold standard of success, coach, when it comes to representing the Mid-Atlantic in Williamsport. Their last appearance coming in 2015, 33 overall. Second is New Jersey and New York tied at 18. And over the last couple of years, we have seen some great success in Williamsport by the Mid-Atlantic teams.
We sure have, my friend.
Everyone, including those on the hill, on their feet. It's over. A complete game for Monet Davis.
I don't think we can say it enough how impressive this young lady was.
Ripped into right field. That's it. Pennsylvania, the Little League World Series champion on the United States side. There it is. The perfect season and a Little League World Series championship for Maine Endwell.
So Maine Endwell celebrating in 2016, and one of these teams hoping to replicate what those teams have done in the past. It's always a tough tournament to go through, not only in the New England, but in the Mid-Atlantic as well, to try to get to that road to Williamsport.
Sure is, and I've had the pleasure, because I was here in 2011, I was here in 2014, I saw Keystone play, and they got to the World Series, and I saw Monet Davis's team play, they got to the World Series in the 2 years I was there, and I had the pleasure of announcing an Endwell team a couple years ago, and it's this district, this tournament here with the Mid-Atlantic teams always brings out the best baseball.
So as we take a look at the leadoff hitter, Braylon Corder for Pennsylvania, facing off against the starter, Greg Bruno. A 1-0 lead for New York to begin this game. Already having scored 11 runs in the first 2 games of this tournament. Corder goes down swinging, and it's a leadoff strikeout here for Bruno to begin this game.
Sure is. Talking to coach before the game, this is their guy. This is the guy that's taking him here. Bruno does a nice job throwing strikes, focused, and pounding that zone and keeping it in on the hands on some of these strong Keystone hitters. Good start for Bruno.
Dallas Alexander, whose favorite athlete, Manny Machado, with his first plate appearance today, takes a first pitch strike by Bruno. Interestingly enough, the coaches for Alexander gave him the nickname Bob, and David stuck with him. I don't know where Bob comes from, but that's his nickname.
Nicknames come from the kids, and we don't want to know where they came from because it's about them, and they have those nicknames for each other, and it fits well.
Alexander chopper to third. Martinez unable to make the play, and it's an infield single for Alexander, and the first hit of the game for Pennsylvania.
Good job by Alexander. This is a tough in-between hop right here for Mendez. That's why they scored a hit. Just a tough play.
The number 3 hitter, Levi Schlesinger, the starter for Pennsylvania. As you can tell, one of the tallest kids on the team.
Ooh.
That one just misses outside. Nickname for him is Taco, coach.
A few. I'm sure he can hit it.
5'8", 175. That one in there for a called strike. 1-1.
Bruno's starting to reach back here. Those last 2 pitches, boy, they had some zip on those right in the outer half. Very difficult on the hitter.
That one sliced foul. 74 miles an hour on that pitch, which would equivalent to a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
They're going to have to load quick on this young boy. You know, both these programs, John, come from tradition. A lot of pride. A lot of tradition there. A lot of history, a lot of success.
In there for a called third strike. Bruno with his second strikeout to begin this game.
Outstanding location. I know this boy can throw it, but he can pitch it too. He paints it. And this is almost impossible. Right on the outer half. Nothing you can do, son, sometimes. They'll tip your hat.
Gabe Johnson, the first baseman in the cleanup spot for Keystone Little League, takes a first pitch strike. 95 miles an hour that would be in the majors. That pitch.
Come on, Gabe, let's go, kid.
His favorite athlete, Mike Trout.
Again, he's going to keep it on the outer half until they can do something with it. And then what he'll do is, and we've seen it, he'll bust it inside, right on the hands. Everything that's advertised about this young boy is coming to fruition here.
In there for a called strike. And Bruno is one strike away from striking out the side in this first inning. That one just misses on the outside to even up the count at 2-2.
You know, these kids are taking batting practice, but you can't simulate somebody that throws equivalent to 95 miles an hour.
Quickly, Bruno, high heat that Johnson couldn't catch up with. And what a start for Greg Bruno, coming up, striking out the side. And New York takes a 1-0 lead into the second from Bristol, Connecticut.
Hey, Little League fans, Cannon and Little League are teaming up for the 5th picture-perfect season in a row. All-star photos and share them on the Great Wall of Fandom. You can also design a cheer sign and grab a baseball scorecard to make this the best season yet. Courtesy of Canon Pixma printers. Ladies and gentlemen, over 2 million boys and girls play Little League in all 50 states and in 80 countries around the world. The success of the program relies upon 1.5 million adult volunteers and generous financial support. Right now, are coming through the crowd, accepting your donations. Your contributions help to
1-0 as we begin the second inning from the Giamatti Center in Bristol, Connecticut. You take a look at the team from Vermont. We will see them coming up in our second game against Rhode Island. And Coach, we reflect on the day one top performers. Hitting was key, but wow, pitching, Tommy Turner, Stephen Wade, Evan Blake, all dazzled on the mound.
All dazzled. Martinez with his stroke, 3 for 3. He had Tommy from Rhode Island, Tommy Turner, what a performance he had. I was fortunate enough to see Stephen Wade, blazing fastball, 11 Ks, and then last night I was here to see Evan Blake. What a ball player he is. 10 Ks, 2 doubles. Beautiful, beautiful to watch.
And we have a new pitcher for Pennsylvania. Gabe Johnson moves over from first base to the mound. 5'7", 145 pounds, I should say. As Levi Schlesinger will be moving over to first base.
Is the center fielder, number 22,
Logan Castanello. The center fielder will begin the second inning, nicknamed Lolo. Take a guess, Coach, at what my nickname is.
Oh boy, it could be a few.
Come on.
It could be a few.
It's pretty simple.
Brick?
There you go.
Oh.
I know what yours is. The Man. As I could see from the long line of people waiting for your autograph yesterday.
Okay, Mr. Johnson needs to focus here. There you go.
Johnson with his first strike, falling behind in the count, 3-1. Some of the great nicknames, the all-nickname team. Cash Money, Ginger Sauce. That's Castanello. Draws a leadoff walk.
I love it. I really do.
Iceman. Frank the Tank might be my favorite.
Oh, I love Frank the Tank.
Man-child.
He must be a small kid, right?
Too
Color
funny.
Clutch Master. What is
the second.
Oh, the second. It's someone. His brother was the first, or maybe his father. Oh my God, that's awesome.
I'll tell you, it's one of the great parts of covering Little League Baseball is seeing some of these nicknames. John Calabrese, the first baseman, the number 7 hitter. His favorite athlete, Anthony Rizzo. In there for a called strike to even up the count at 1-1. Johnson missing high.
It's a special young man we have here with the Calabrese boy. Very special man. There's a special coach too, his uncle. So it's a story that John, I know that you looked at it this morning, and it was beautiful. It's beautiful to see an unfortunate happening with his father, and he keeps him to heart, and putting wearing his sleeve and his heart, and his uncle just took it upon himself to make it happen for this young boy. It's a great story, it really is.
Grounder to second. Myers unable to hold on to it. Calabrese able to beat the throw and an infield single. And New York is threatening with 2 on and nobody out.
Good hustle. Beautiful hustle by Calabrese down there. Tough hop, but he stayed with it, made the play, but it's hustle that makes this happen. You know, Calabrese puts a nice charge in that ball. Tough hop, stays with it, throws it, but look at Calabrese hustling and excited. Good for you, son. Never quit.
And for those who don't know the story,
yes, John.
Joe Calabrese, who tragically lost his brother 4 years ago, was actually about to retire from coaching, and he couldn't walk away from his nephew, John, who was 8 at the time. And that has formed that special bond through tragedy for this young man and his uncle.
Yeah, it sure is. I can sympathize with the young boy because, you know, my boys lost their mom, but at a very young age. And for an uncle to step up like that and to make his dream come true at such a difficult time, that's a special man right there. But that's what family does. You know, that's what friends do. Tough times and times of tragedy, how can you not try to put a smile on that young boy's face?
They give Myers an error as Sarah first pitch swinging. So it'll be first and second. Still nobody out. New York with a 1-0 lead. Derek Mendez, we saw in the first inning with an RBI single. This is a double elimination modified tournament. New York already won yesterday in the winner's bracket. Pennsylvania playing their first game in this tournament based on the coin flip that earned them an opening round bye. Sarah showing bunt, no advancement by the runners.
Staten Island does everything well, John. I mean, we saw it yesterday. They run the bases well. Their fielding is impeccable. They always put pressure on you on their offense. They're just a fun team to watch.
Sarah numped one to second. Nice bare hand play by Myers to get the runner out at first, with both runners advancing to second and third, so 1 out with runners in scoring position for New York.
There's a nice pitch here by Johnson right on the hands, and Myers comes in. Only one play to barehand it. What a nice play. That helps right there. That helps.
Robert Cavallari, the right fielder, number 9 hitter in this lineup for Mid-Island Little League. How much as a coach do you preach patience as a philosophy for a young hitter?
All the time, especially in situations when you have runners on base, where you can drive. You know, look for your pitch. That first one's good and it's down the middle, go for it. But if not, stay off it. You know, stay off the high stuff.
2-0 pitch. Paints the outside corner.
That's a good take right there. That's a perfect take right there, but a perfect pitch. But it's a good take, John.
Always great to see parents, fans come to the Giamatti Center. Always great crowds on hand.
Great crowds, John. I had the luxury of going out this morning and meeting the people, and you know who makes this game special is the grandparents. They really do. You know, there's nothing better than your grandparents, that they make you feel special all the time. It doesn't matter if you win, you lose. They just love the living daylights out of you, and that's what makes this game special.
Cavallari checking his swing, ball 4, so the bases will be loaded for the leadoff hitter, Chris Bedford, here in the second inning. And this is where New York can be so dangerous offensively, as we have seen from yesterday's win against DC. And another mound visit coming out by Patrick Johnson.
Come on. That's 3 free ones. Everybody has to calm down. We can't compete with this team if we're going to play like this. We have to do what we do. Giving them 3 walks can't happen. Okay? We're down to back to the top of the order, okay? Bases loaded. Throw strikes. Guys, we got to turn it. Come on, bud. Let's go. Yep, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Well, the message there, Coach Belisle, simply is calm down. You can tell the nerves are getting a little bit too much for these Pennsylvania pitchers.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the telecast, John. You know, they had the bye, and it does help with the pitching, but also, you know, Staten Island's had a game under their books, and they don't look as nervous as Keystone it does right now. And they need to get through these first couple of innings, because it could be over in a hurry. This Little League team here from Staten Island, it just keeps on putting pressure. We're already turned the order over, and we get Bedford coming up here in the second inning. He's the leadoff hitter, so it could get out of control. So good job by the coach.
6 of the 9 hitters have already reached base so far for Staten Island with a 1-0 lead. And still only 1 out with the bases loaded.
And Martinez lurking in double deck.
That one gets behind the backstop. No advancement by the runners. I'll tell you who Martinez could have really helped out this weekend.
Yeah, I know.
You know where I'm
I know
going.
you know where I'm going. I know you're going. You can play anywhere on that team.
Oh, that was a rough weekend for you, Coach. Any Yankee fan, it was a rough weekend. 2-1. The pitch to Bedford gets away from the catcher, Fravel. Again, quick from the backstop, so no advancement by the runners.
Such a short distance on these wild pitches. That catcher, Fravel, I like him. He's quick. He blocks the ball well. No quitting that boy.
3-1 pitch by Johnson coming up. Fouled right back to us, so it'll be a full count with 1 out.
Healthy cut there by Bedford. 3-1, that's what you're looking for, son. Something you can drive. No, Johnson's going to make him earn it here. Nothing free, son.
Gets away, and Bedford draws a walk. Another run will come across in the form of Castellano, and it'll be a 2-0 lead for Staten Island. Bedford with his second walk, and Pennsylvania pitchers so far, Dave, here today have thrown 51 pitches, 32 of which are balls.
Go to first. Come on.
And I don't know if you've noticed, John, but both the pitches are at that 20 threshold, so they won't be able to pitch tomorrow. I think the coach is thinking here, you know, we got to get them out. Hope for tomorrow as far as their pitching performance.
A third different pitcher coming to the mound for Keystone Little League. Back in a moment. This could get ugly.
Really starts on the mound.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Starts on the mound.
But you can just tell, John, like, the coach is just like, listen, like, I can't tell you what to do.
Yeah, because you know what? Probably all along the way, John, he hasn't seen this from his pitches. You know what I mean?
It's all nerves.
It is.
You can tell it's all.
Oh, my God, it's so nerves.
Defensive changes for Pennsylvania. Number 0, Levi Schlesinger moving to third base. Number 11, Gabe Johnson moving to first base. Number 4, Kaden Colby.
Looking for training and information for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents? Get free backyard tips, practice plans, drills, videos, and more. Visit littleleagueuniversity.org today. Third different pitcher on the mound for Pennsylvania. It's Greg Bruno, the starter for New York. with an opportunity to add to the lead for New York with the bases loaded and only one out. Brady Myers, the new pitcher, and Bruno lost one high to left. Not deep enough, though. Tagging up from third and coming in to score. Third on the play. Everyone is safe as Calabrese comes in to score on the sacrifice fly, and it's a 3-0 lead for New York.
Nice job by Bruno here. Getting that sacrifice fly, getting that run home, getting that third run. Great job, son. Great job. And here's Martinez.
Steven Martinez looking to deliver with 2 outs. Runners at second and third.
Be careful here. You have an open base, and they are going to walk him. Good job.
Well, no surprise if you're Pennsylvania why you would walk Martinez based on the young man's performance yesterday. 3 for 3, coach, including this moonshot of a solo home run.
And a good choice by the coach to walk this young boy because he's everything. He's got it all.
So Derek Mendez, who got the first run across, an RBI single in the first. A chance with the bases loaded, a 3-0 lead.
You can look at Mendez up there. He says, okay, you want to walk him? All right. Come on, baby. I'll show you. I like it.
I'm a big fan of his favorite athlete, Javi Baez, who could be the National League MVP this year, the type of season the Cubs superstar has had so far for Chicago.
Love to see those heroes.
2-1 pitch by Myers. Mendez skies it high into foul territory. That one reaches the stands.
So healthy cut right there. Myers doing a good job, though. He's come in and throwing strikes. I think, you know, the first 2 boys that are on the mound, they got themselves in trouble with some walks. So he's going to make, this young boy's going to make them earn it.
Mendez with the ground ball. Easy play at third for Schlesinger that ends the threat for New York, but not before 2 runs come across to add to the total. New York with a 3-0 lead.
Hey fans, did you know we're online? Visit our website. There you will find the schedule, scores, records, and
I love it. It's wearing it on that sleeve, baby.
Gotcha. Whew. Sounds good. John, that was excellent pacing by you. No, I'm not. But it was great. You're like, okay, I'm going to show you a graphic. We're in step number 4. Step number 4 leads to step number 5, which means you get to Williamsport, and there's 2 bids today, the New England and the Mid-Atlantic. That's exactly how you brought it up to us. Oh, man. Oh, man. John Brickley, Dave Belisle back with you. Dave has gone through some stages as he has found out that he had to work with me. First he went through denial, then shock, and now reality. Much different than how these young players have to go through a 5-step to try to get to the World Series. They've gone through districts, sections, states, now in the regionals, meaning we've got 2 spots available to go to Williamsport, 1 from the Mid-Atlantic and 1 from the New England. So really, the pressure's on the road to Williamsport now.
It sure is. And you see the nerves of some of these kids out there in the first initial games. And then you see some of those kids that, you know, have ice in their veins. And one of the teams that has ice in their veins is this is this New York team. They are very, very impressive. And what they've done well in both games that we've seen, John, is their pitching has been outstanding. I mean, they're just not giving the other team any hope. And so far, Bruno's done that again today.
Bruno, who struck out the side in the first inning, now facing Connor Foltz, the center fielder. Coming to you from the Giamatti Center here in Bristol, Connecticut, the site of both the Mid-Atlantic and the New England Regional Tournaments. Automatic bids on the line to Williamsport to play in the Little League World Series. Coach Belial's done it twice with Cumberland.
John, I thought Brady Myers in that last inning saved that game for Keystone so far anyways. He did a great job. He had bases loaded situation, and one run out of that was just a tremendous job in his part. So keep your team in the game.
Foltz in there for a called strike. Foltz, whose father Jason is one of the coaches on this staff for Keystone Little League. Nicknamed the Iceman from his manager.
Chris, can you tell Chris to come out to this camera, please? Thank you.
And Bruno's got great mechanics. He's pitching out of the stretch, so he keeps everything simple. Repetition's a lot easier that way. And his focus is tremendous. He's got great leg push.
Swung on and missed, and Bruno has struck out the first 4 batter he's faced this afternoon.
Again, a blazing fastball in the outer half. It's
Now batting for Pennsylvania,
incredible.
number 25, the left fielder,
Movement too, right over the top. Look at that. Look at the torque in that.
All 4 outs so far that Bruno has had have been retired by way of the K, and so that faces off now with Kevin Greninger, the left fielder. First pitch, the chopper to third. Great stab by Mendez across the diamond, not in time. And an infield single awarded to Greninger, the second hit today for Pennsylvania.
Look at how quick Greninger is right here. He is flying. What a great stop, but not even close. Just by the speed of that young man. Nice stop, son. Nice stop, though.
That's his M.O. Greninger speedster on the base path.
Is that it? Is that what it is? Well,
yeah.
We just saw it right there.
Caden Colby, the third baseman, the number 7 hitter.
You take a look at the outfield and Staten Island, they are shallow. They like to squeeze those infield hits, or those humpback liners that get over the shortstop. They'll actually make a play on it. This is really shallow right here. But they're quick. They're athletic. I mean, we've been watching them, and they are set.
1-1 pitch. Just misses. If you're a fan of Keystone Little League, you know the type of environment you do know, Coach, from your experience playing at the Little League World Series back in 2011. Just located 30 miles from Williamsport. You said you were playing in front of crowds that were 30,000, 35,000 people.
Oh, we played against Keystone, and 35,000 people in blue shirts and 50 green shirts from New England. It was incredible, but it was the best atmosphere I've ever been in. It was just phenomenal.
Colby swung on and missed. 5 strikeouts for Bruno so far in this game for the Staten Island starter.
In control, son. Ice. Focused. Give you the ball. His mechanics are perfect. Not afraid of any situation. I like this boy.
That last pitch would have been 95 miles an hour in Major League Baseball. So Brady Myers, the number 8 hitter, looking to extend this inning with Pennsylvania down 3-0 to New York in this Mid-Atlantic regional game.
When you see it, and they're going to show a graphic later of this boy pitching, but John, look what he ends up. His extension is incredible. His push is professional.
And Myers caught looking for strike 3.
Wow.
Once again, striking out the side. is Greg Bruno, who has just been dominant on the mound. Pennsylvania's bats, no answer. 6 strikeouts through 2 innings for that young man. All New York up 3-0. Loving the motion is Coach Belisle. Wow. Wow, this kid's spectacular. This kid's amazing. My God, this kid's a pro. You do. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ah.
Well, there's something. It ain't me, I can tell you that much.
Like well, the game's not over yet. Do we have to play to tell the truth right now?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Let's see, my batting average. What was it? Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I was, oh, my God. What was it?
I was rolling along in a great season, and then I went into Boston, and I, you know, I found myself
back
back.
to AAA. Paul Tuckett and couldn't get out. Rich Gedman had too much on me. You're watching ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series here at the Giamatti Center in Bristol, Connecticut at Breed Field. As New York with a 3-0 lead as we begin the top half of this 3rd inning. We have seen Greg Bruno, the starter for Mid-Island Little League, just be incredible on the mound. 6 strikeouts through 2 innings.
And Brady Myers did a great job last inning to keep it at 3-0. And they're going to need this young boy to put some innings and some goose eggs on the board. Try to get his team back in the game.
Chris Cancel, the catcher, begins this 3rd inning. Saw yesterday Chris Bedford pitch a gem for New York, and Bruno is doing an incredible follow-up act here today for New York.
I went down to the batting cages, and I asked the coach who was starting today, and he said, Bruno, I said, can you tell me something about him? And all he said was, he's good. He's good.
Close to the vest, apparently, is the scouting report. Cancel ahead in the count, 3-1. And for the 3rd straight inning, the leadoff man has gotten aboard for New York.
Walks will kill you.
Coming to the plate for New York is number 22,
Logan Castanello now.
Bounce back, son.
Batter.
He's going to bounce back right here. Keep your team in the game. This is a good feeling Keystone team. But you can't touch the ball. Can't get it over. So, but Myers, I have confidence. He'll do a job.
Tries to draw down the buck. Quick check to first. And back in time is Cancel.
That's a quick throw by Fravo right there. He's a good catcher.
Both these catchers have been impressive so far.
It's one thing about when John, you must see it yourself. I mean, you know, we all watch Major League Baseball, but when you come to these venues, especially when you get to these tournaments, the catches are just phenomenal. They really are. The ability to block balls, throw balls. I mean, look at the balance he has. This is out of his glove, shoot it right over the top. That's a nice job.
Swung on and missed by Castanello. I've been now doing this for 4 years covering Little League Baseball, and the elevation of play every year is incredible. It just comes to a whole new level by the talent of these young men. Going down and swinging is Castanello for the 1st out. And the 1st strikeout for Myers here today.
Now batting for New York.
Good job by Brady. Team needs him right now. They need him. And he seemed to relax the whole defense out there, too.
Calabre's number 7 hitter in this lineup. First pitch swinging. Sends one to left center. Fultz comes down with it for the 2nd out.
Good communication out there. calls off his left fielder. Good job by Fultz. Takes control, confident. Good inning so far.
And that will bring out the manager, Patrick Johnson, once again.
Good job by Coach. Just was talking to him earlier. He had 5 or 6 boys that can pitch over here. And
2 out, 1 on. Back of the order.
So that was 20 pitches for Myers, which means he will not have to take a day of rest. And Johnson has done a great job of managing what we call a game within a game.
That's right.
Not only the mandatory play, but the pitch count as well. And he's been able to successfully use his pitchers in a way where he's not losing them for 1 or 2 days because of the rest period.
Listen, we coach and then we get to this tournament. It's a very short tournament, and coaches notice that the boy on the mound, Bruno, is something special. So, you know, he's going to give it a shot with other kids to see if he can keep him in the game. But he knows it's going to be a tough task to beat the kid Bruno. So why not save as many pitches as you can for the rest of the route? So good job by the coach.
Nathan Wyatt. And here's how the eligibility works. The max per game is 85, and the more pitches you throw, the more likely of days of rest you're going to have. But for Patrick Johnson, he is able to manage it where he doesn't lose many of his pitchers for a long stretch in this tournament, as Jason Hanna in the box pinch hitting for New York. How difficult was it for you to manage that game within a game in sense of mandatory play, but also
right there, John,
on the pitch count?
That's a good base running play right there, John. And a steal of the second base, just a great job, good base running, excellent play. But to answer your question, it's, you know, you learn on the go, John. It's amazing how the districts to the sectionals to this play right here in this tournament that you're playing these regionals. It's just that the competition is so much better. So your decision making is you got to be quicker. You got to make decisions, like you just said, very quickly, just by the opponent who you're playing. You see somebody as good as Bruno, or somebody on the mound, you got to make, oh boy, what do I do here? Do I take my guy out and do I save him for tomorrow because we could be gone tomorrow? You just said it perfectly. It's a game within a game, and it's a short tournament. You got to have faith in your team, but sometimes you have to make decisions that is for tomorrow.
Wyan's pitch, Hanna able to get a hold of it to second, and the put out that
nice
ends
play.
the threat for New York. So the pitching does its job for Pennsylvania, yet they still trail 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third.
Fans, why not take home a cherished memento from the Little League East Region Tournament?
Domination, coach, comes in all different forms, but on the mound today for New York, Greg Bruno has been just that with 6 strikeouts.
He's been tremendous to watch. The second graphic of that boy was the one where he ended the inning, and I was impressed by the fact that he came off the mound confident, didn't show up the other team, didn't pump his fist. It was just total control. You know, I mean, he looked at his own players. You know, he's trying to pump up his own players, and he's confident. He's a leader. He's a born leader, and I'm enjoying his performance here today. I just love his demeanor. I really do.
Has allowed only 2 hits so far with those 6 strikeouts as we work our way to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Always a great fan base on hand for both teams, making their way to the Giamatti Center in Bristol.
And it's a hot day today, so make sure you stay cool out there.
Gardner Frayville making his first plate appearance.
Done a great job behind the plate, I can tell you that much.
Big fan of who his favorite athlete is, Jason Tatum.
Of course.
Why not?
Why not? Us New Englanders love that. Nice job right there. Making through your strike, son. He's tough.
Misses low and falls behind in the count, does Bruno. First time 3-0.
Look how he walks off the mound. I love it. I really love this kid, Bruno. Gonna refocus and okay.
Misses, and Frayville, nice job with his patience at the plate to draw a leadoff walk.
That was an impressive at bat. Not happy with himself. But you know, he didn't miss by much, so he'll make that minor adjustment. You know, that's, you know, some umpires will call that a strike, some others, you know what, that's how close those pitches were. So he's going to learn, he will learn, because he's that good that he's going to make a slight adjustment.
Braylon Corder, who struck out his first time up to lead off the game. Antonio Brown, his favorite athlete. Shocking for a young man who comes from Pennsylvania that he would be a Steelers fan.
Very shocking.
I get a sense you're a Jets fan. Am I
No,
really
I am not
base?
a Jets fan. You know, I am a New England Patriots fan.
So let me get this straight.
Go ahead.
You're a Patriots fan and you're a Yankees fan.
Yep.
How is that possible?
Oh, when you get a father who's intimidating as I am, if he says you're a Yankee fan, you're a Yankee fan. That's it. That's all.
I don't know, Dave. I don't know how I explain that to people.
I've been trying to explain it to my friends for years. Don't
give up on it.
They do. They give up on it.
Meanwhile, Myers is now running at first base for Frayville.
That was a big strike right there from Bruno. Big strike.
Myers, the special pinch runner. Is that in the dirt?
Wow. What a play by Cancel. You see that scope? Wow.
Both of these catchers,
my God,
Cancel and Frayville have been phenomenal behind the plate.
We saw it yesterday. Cancel threw 2 runners out, so it's been impressive.
In there for a called strike to even up the count at 2-2.
What's nice about Bruno too, he's not going to give in to the middle of that plate. He is going to continue to pound that outside corner. We've had some good at-bats here. Myers has had an impressive day. He's done a good job on the mound, being patient at the plate, bringing that pitch count up.
Full count, misses low, and back-to-back walks surrendered by Bruno. Begin this bottom 3rd inning.
This is a tough one, you know, son. Stay in control. It's a tough one, you know, but it is low. You know, we've got an umpire that's it's on his game. He really is. He's got a tight strike zone, but he's tight with everybody else.
Pull up here, do your thing, all right? Let's go. Get ahead. Let's go.
Bruno, who in the first 2 innings threw 8 balls, this inning has matched that total with 39 pitches in his outing today. And for the first time today, Coach, we're seeing Pennsylvania threatened with 2 on and nobody out. And Dallas Alexander, who had a single off of Bruno,
momentum, isn't it a strange thing? Momentum. It's amazing how confidence can swing one way to the other. And all involves pitching too. It starts on the mound.
You ever seen that movie, Little Giants?
Little Giants.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
There's a great line by the announcer there. He said, "Mr. Momentum may be having a change of address."
Oh, that's a great line.
Isn't that a great line from that movie?
Sounds like something Uke would say too. Right? Bobby Uke?
Oh, man. Alexander chopper to first. Great play. Gets the runner out at first. Not in time on the slide to second.
Nice play.
Calabrese right in front of it.
That's a tough play. Takes the out though. Takes the out and has the presence of mind to throw it to second base. And of course, Martinez knows he has to apply the tag. It's not a force play, just good baseball. Yeah, big moment in the game right here, John.
Gets the first out for New York. And Levi Schlesinger, who started off this game on the mound, a chance with one swing of the bat to tie it up.
Ooh, healthy cut right there. And the second time around, they know that the speed is exceptional. They're making some adjustments here. And these big boys, they get connect. They tie this game up in a hurry.
That one in there for a called strike. So look at the power at the plate by Schlesinger. 5'8", 175 pounds. If you're Pennsylvania, that's the kid you want at the plate right now with a chance to tie it.
Right now.
Oh-2 pitch. So Schlesinger, nearly one of the tallest kids that we will see in the Mid-Atlantic. Steven Martinez just 1 inch taller.
Yeah, sky over me.
That one sent to second. Easy play for the second baseman, Bedford, and there are 2 away.
Big out for Bruno. That's pitching right there. You know, he wasn't getting the calls that otherwise, maybe along the way he got, but right now he's got to adjust, and he made a tough pitch on a tough hitter. Nice job, son. Stay cool.
Vin Diesel is Gabe Johnson's favorite actor, has a chance to get a run across. First pitch swinging.
I had a little extra mustard on that one.
A 1 pitch misses high to Johnson. Should Johnson get on? Connor Foltz is on deck for Pennsylvania.
He's got to think, drive it the other way, son. Got to think that.
Bruno's pitch is in there for a called strike, and Bruno is 1 strike away from getting out of this jam.
Oh, I don't know, that may be his fastest pitch. That had some gas on that one.
Swung on and missed. Johnson unable to catch up to the Bruno pitch. And Greg Bruno dominates once again. No runs come across for Pennsylvania. The big strikeout ending the threat as Bruno in New York with a 3-0 lead at the end of 3. Okay. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, everybody. This is John Brickley. Hi, Mark Skipper. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
We knew the Little Leaguers would be excited to meet the big leaguers and their heroes. This is something they will never forget.
All 16 teams have gathered here to see a big league game. And Bell cranks one. First pitch gone. A diving catch.
Okay. That's good.
We knew the Little Leaguers would be excited to meet the big leaguers and their heroes. This is something they will never forget.
All 16 teams have gathered here to see a big league game. And Bell cranks one. First pitch gone. A diving catch.
That was an incredible experience in Williamsport last year for the Pirates and the Cardinals. Phillies and Mets will do it this year, available on ESPN. And when we talk about favorite players, favorite teams for this Mid-Island Little League team, no surprise that the Mets and the Yankees are the only two teams these players root for. Clear domination, though, in favor of the Yankees. And for Pennsylvania, my only question is, who's the lone Yankees fan?
He's sad right now, I can tell you that much.
8 for the Pirates, 2 for the Phillies, and 1 other for the Orioles. You wouldn't feel worse for the Orioles fan?
Well, somebody's going to root for him.
So as we move now to the top of the 4th inning, New York with a 3-0 lead as Wyan begins his 2nd inning of relief. Tom Glisi making his first plate appearance for New York.
But how about that? Those major leaguers coming down to Williamsport. I watched it last year. That was tremendous. It's tremendous to watch, and just being there, it must have been thrilling. Thrilling. And they're coming back again. That's Major League Baseball. That's awesome. And Little League Baseball. That's a fantastic thing they're doing over there, getting those kids involved with the major leaguers.
Yeah, kudos to Major League Baseball for putting that together. That was just a spectacular event, and I know that the professionals certainly enjoyed playing in that atmosphere.
They did. Just by watching it from a distance, the excitement of them sitting in the stands, watching the kids play, and sitting with the kids. They were enjoying memories. That's what they were doing. They were kids at one time, and they play a game that's a kids game, and they play like they're having fun. And I think it should be combined because they're all one. Baseball is a fun game.
3-2 pitch right back to Wyan. Easy play to first. Unable to hold it, though, was the first baseman, Schlesinger. And the leadoff batter aboard for the 4th straight inning for New York.
Relax, son. Just one of those plays. Comebacker. He has it. Just a little out. I think they both assumed that it was going to be a perfect throw, but you got to be ready. You can't anchor that bag too quickly, and you got to set yourself on the mound. Relax, boys. It's all right. Get the next boy. Got to make the next play.
So Wyan with the error allows the leadoff hitter to be on as we go back to the top of the order for New York with Chris Bedford.
That's what's impressive, John. In these tournaments that we see, sometimes they make a mistake, but most of these kids, you got to forget about it and get ready for the next one. That's not easy. I mean, you feel like everybody's watching you, so you do. You feel like the whole world's watching you, but you need each other.
And this is not a normal setting for these kids to be in. On national television, under the spotlight. You've been there as a coach. How do you handle the bright lights, the spotlight?
You take it pitch by pitch, and each kid's learning on the go, and you got some kids that can handle it, some kids who get really nervous, and you got to approach it as a coach. You got to know your kids. You got to know when they need that encouragement. They all do, but some of them need it more than others.
Bedford laces one into center field. That falls in for a base hit. Rounding second and advancing on to third And so first and third with nobody out for New York on the base hit by Chris Bedford.
Bedford continues to have a good tournament. Takes that inside pitch. He's got beautiful, beautiful hands. Keeping those hands in and driving it the other way. Take advantage of that. Look at the way he keeps his hands in, close to his body, he can drive it the other way. See, if he extends those hands too out, that's on the handle. Nice job. Nice job.
Make it very clear to him he needs to throw it up out on the outside part. Okay? Hey, we're doing it to ourselves. I don't know what to tell you. You got to make the plays. We're right there. We're right there. They have 2 hits. We have 2 hits. We're giving it to them. Let's go. Come on. Here we go.
A lot of changes, too, defensively for Pennsylvania. Gavin Burnell, I should say, is now in right field. Dallas Alexander in center. Wyatt Kramer is in left. Frayville is over at third base. Corder still the shortstop. Foltz moves to second. Wine still pitching with Johnson behind the plate. The mandatory play rules into effect as Bruno, first pitch to third. First out at second. 1 run scores, though, is Puglisi, and it's a 4-0 lead for New York. So fielder's choice RBI.
Nice job right here. He sets himself, throws it right across the diamond. But just a nice play. Bruno gets to run in, though. You got to capitalize on situations. Men at third base did a nice job. Good defense again.
Now back for New York, number 27,
good defense.
And that brings up Steven Martinez with 1 runner on and only 1 out in this 4th inning.
Nice block by Johnson, who's now behind the plate.
Martinez yesterday 3 for 3 with a home run. And he sends one into the gap in right center field, off the wall. Martinez rounding into second, holding up at third, so it'll be second and third with just 1 out on the double by Martinez.
Want to see how good this boy is and how he can do everything well. John, look at this. He drives this ball, but watch him run. You know, the extension, watch him run. He's looking, and he is going. He cuts that bag better than I've ever seen. Look at this. Watch this. He's looking. Okay, baby, I'm going. What extension he has. Sometimes he hits the ball too hard. Beautiful swing. Beautiful swing. 2 good ball players right there, boy.
And with Martinez on second, Bruno at third, Patrick Johnson making another pitching change. With now Dallas Alexander, the southpaw, will be coming up for Pennsylvania on the mound. So with that, Coach, let's see at this time whether or not we can recognize some of these major leaguers that made all the way to the bigs. How about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Klay Thompson, a 3-time NBA champ with the Golden State Warriors. Our own Dickie V.
Dickie V.
Dick Vitale. Richard Sherman, Super Bowl MVP. Bill Belichick. 5-time Super Bowl champ with the New England Patriots. Look at the car. That's what you drove in today with, Coach. What's that, a Buick?
Well, maybe. I don't know about the car, but that's the uniform I want.
Just some of the great notable names who have had great success from Little League all the way now to the professionals, as Dallas Alexander on the mound looking to limit the damage here today for Pennsylvania, down 4-0.
Again, it's 20-20-20, and we get a new pitcher in Dallas. Alexander. He feels good, though. He's relaxed. I like it. I think Coach is doing a good job of getting all his pitches in today. I think he knows that, you know, his team is good, and they're going to bounce back, and he has confidence in his team. I like the approach he took the second time he came out to the mound. It was a little more tough love, you know what I mean? Did you notice that?
Just pointed and said,
yeah,
move, move, move. Yeah.
But he came out, and when he spoke to them, you know, he was a little more adamant, a little more upset about, you know, the way they were playing, but he wanted to reiterate to them that it's okay, but listen, boys, you know, enough's enough. Let's stop playing the game that we can play.
Wyatt moves to second. Foltz now back into center field with Alexander on the mound facing Derek Mendez. First pitch swinging. That one fouled away.
we were talking, John, off the air when we saw Mendez make that last out and that inning, boy. I'll tell you, that boy wears it on his sleeve. He was not a happy camper. So he's up there with his licking his chops right now.
He had the professional baseball player reaction.
He did.
Frustration on the face, throwing the gloves in the helmet. The first base coach waiting, shaking his head. But that's what you love to see, the passion in these young kids.
Yeah, he didn't violently throw the helmet, John, but he dropped the gloves just like a pro did. Oh, it was special to watch. I love his grimace too. He says, "Come on."
All he needed to do was look out to the center field camera, and that would have done it.
Yep.
Mendez, though, goes down swinging for the second strikeout. Nice job by Alexander coming in for relief.
I tell you one thing about Keystone, John. I mean, their pitching's good. You know, they really are. We've only got 4 runs on the board. We've seen 4 different pitches. I think if they locate and don't walk as many kids, they're going to be a team to reckon with. You know, even particularly in this game, there's no quit. But I'm just impressed with the number of pitches that are effective.
Chris Cancel, first pitch strike taken by Alexander. It's a 4-0 lead for New York, but correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't feel like a large deficit for Pennsylvania.
Well, you know what? If you're in the other dugout, though, it does, because you got Bruno on the mound. You know, you really do.
Ball gets away from Johnson. In from third. Scoring is Bruno to make it a 5-0 lead now for Staten Island.
And what I mean by that, John, is he's so dominant and so controlling. I noticed that he's not flinching at all. The only thing that could be come into play is the 50 pitch count he's at right now. What, you know, do you keep the boy right there, or do you continue to pitch him? But you know, Coach Johnson's doing a nice job. You know, he knows. You know, let's keep it close. But then again, I'm not gonna ruin my tournament here by extending kids where I can't use them tomorrow. You know, you gotta play for tomorrow. But they could be playing. There's a good possibility tomorrow. So he's got a lot. Everyone will be ready tomorrow.
Cancel just fouls that one away to stay alive. That scoring by Bruno was on a pass ball to make it a 5-0 lead. And Bruno, his story, though, has been more about his epic performance today on the mound.
Oh, absolutely.
7 strikeouts against Pennsylvania's bats.
He's had a good catch it with this young son, Cancel.
Cancel, grounder to short. Quarter over to the diamond, and an easy put out to end the inning. But 2 more across the plate for New York. A 5-0 lead as we make our way to the bottom of the 4th.
A new Little League World Series record, 33,215. We will eclipse the 100,000 mark tonight with a crowd in excess of 30,000 already. Tonight's attendance, 32,213. Tonight, 31,697.
We have 20,168 here today. Over 400,000. Every number we add is a record.
$41,848, a new Little League World Series record, 33,215. We will eclipse the 100,000 mark tonight with a crowd in excess of 30,000 already. Tonight's attendance, 32,213. Tonight, 31,697.
We have 20,168 here today. Over 400,000. Every number we add is a record.
Coach, you were a part of that run in 2011. What was that environment like with that many people attending Williamsport?
Unbelievable experience. Unbelievable. I got to play them in front of 30,000, and it felt like the place was going to cave in when they scored. Once I was there the night before when there was 37,000. I was more worried about where my kids were, my ball players, because it was just a sea of blue. But it was just a tremendous atmosphere. It really, really was. And you know what? As packed as it was, and as many people there were for Keystone, they're beautiful people. They were rooting for their team, but they weren't rooting against us, which makes Little League Baseball so special.
Just 30 miles outside of Williamsport is Clinton County, Pennsylvania. And the Keystone Little League team of today looking to repeat what 2011's version did, as Bruno, who is now in his 4th inning of work, over 51 pitches, will now need 2 days of rest. But he has pitched a gem so far today with 7 strikeouts and has Foltz on the ropes. Ahead in the count, 1-2.
Still in control.
You and him have the same favorite show, America's Got Talent.
There you go.
I always thought you were an American Idol guy. As Foltz goes down via the K, so that'll be the 8th strikeout in this outing for Bruno today. What have you seen from him, Coach, that he has just been that brilliant?
Well, all I know is that hopefully America's Got Talent is watching this young boy, because he's putting out a performance that could get him the winning ticket, because he's done everything well. He's kept his team with the shutout, and he hasn't got frustrated. But some of the calls have been close. He's stayed with it, and he's resilient, and he's in control.
Gavin Brunell making his first plate appearance, part of the mandatory play rules in Little League Baseball. Favorite actor, Kevin Hart, as he is ahead in the count, 2-0, as Pennsylvania looking for some runs, down 5-0.
And that pitch previous to that, after he threw that second ball, I noticed he seemed like he was going too quick. What did he do? He knew it. He went back, picked up the rosin bag, went back on the mound, and threw a strike. He's so in control.
Bruno's pitch, grounder to short. Martinez, easy play for him. And the put out, and the second out of this 4th inning.
Oh boy, what a play by Martinez. But let's get a look at the first baseman over here after he receives this ball. Look at Martinez is laughing because he threw an absolute strike. But what's, John? What's the reaction of the first? Oh, Keys, look at him. He's shaking his hand over there. Oh boy, he's still feeling the pain. Oh, yay. Oh boy.
Alec Freyville now pinch hitting.
And look at Martinez is still talking to you. Are you okay? Look, he's still. Boy, that was a P. Oh boy.
There's a number of Freyvilles, by the way, on this roster for Pennsylvania. Interestingly enough, none of them are related to each other.
That's unbelievable. You know, is the mayor a Freyville? Do you know?
Probably.
Well, obviously
I mean, you're the mayor of Cumberland.
Well, there you go. I mean.
2-1 pitch coming from Bruno. And this is high. 8 strikeouts today from Bruno, following up his teammate Chris Bedford's performance in yesterday's opening round game against Mamie Johnson Little League out of D.C.
It's been impressive. Been impressive.
I mean, if you think about that.
Watch this, John. Now he gets this right in the middle. He's still.
Wow. Oh. What I love is almost his reaction afterwards, like, dude, we're on the same team. You don't have to throw it that hard.
But he must be so used to it. It just caught him at the wrong spot, but he's back. He's good. He's good. Boy, this Martinez is something special. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go get down. I'm gonna get his autograph before he leaves this tournament because I won't get a chance to see him.
3-2 pitch. Bruno,
they do move on. So.
another strikeout. Make that now 9 strikeouts for the right-hander at the end of 4. New York with a 5-0 lead on Pennsylvania. They're not feeling the pain, except Calabrese. Get me some ice, man.
Stop it.
Focused on fun, fitness, and fundamentals, the Little League journey starts with T-ball. Visit littleleague.org/T-ball for our free 10-week practice plan to keep the youngest Little Leaguers moving, having fun, and learning the games of baseball and softball. Look at the upcoming schedule. Coming up after this game between New York and Pennsylvania, we'll head to the New England Regional. We'll see Rhode Island after their convincing win yesterday over Connecticut, take on Vermont. That'll be followed by Maryland and New Jersey, and Massachusetts and Maine coming up in the 7 o'clock hour with all the games available on ESPN+. Mark Brown and Kristen Orfia will have the 2 later games tonight, as we have set the bar so high for those 2. I don't know if they can reach it, Coach.
I'm telling you, the Rhode Island team looked impressive. We got that game coming up next, and it was extremely impressive in that win. And Tommy Turner was fabulous in that game.
Pitched a perfect game.
Fabulous.
Great to chat with him yesterday as well. It's always great when you have these young kids who are so well-spoken individuals who impressed me so much. I almost said, you want to switch? You can have my job.
Especially when you get them by yourself, John. You know, one-on-one, they're awesome to talk to. Sometimes they get a little too giddy when they're all together, but when you get them one-on-one, it's all good.
In the 5th inning, a 5-0 lead for New York. Double elimination modified tournament in this Mid-Atlantic region. New York winning yesterday against D.C. as Logan Castanello at the dish for Mid-Island. Going opposite way. That one is going to reach all the way to the warning track. Into second with a standoff double is Logan Castanello to lead things off for New York.
Castanello putting a charge into this ball. Stand line, dude, they must work on the cage. Where it's pitch, hit it, boys. Where it's pitch, hit it. And that's what he does. Strokes it out there. Nice job.
John Calabrese.
So here comes John Calabrese, who odds are was icing his hand in between innings after the throw from Martinez. That last inning, John Boise's known as.
And now he's got a lefty coming at his hands. Coming right after him. So Alexander's doing a nice job keeping it in close. No quit in Calabrese, though. No quit.
Calabrese, who almost reminds me of Jim Leyritz with the spinning of the bat.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Watch how he spins the bat right when he gets into the...
He does. He really does. They could have used Jim Leyritz last night, I can tell you that much. But no, you're right. I think he's still a little pained, though. He really is. Love the gloves. Take a look at those batting gloves. Check.
Watch it. Look at the spin.
Oh.
It does. It almost reminds you of Jim Leyritz. 0-2 to second. Wyan has to throw it on the run. Able to get it. The runner at third. And advancing is Castanello. So he'll be at third with just one out and a 5-0 lead.
You know, Calabrese did his job, moved that runner to third. They do everything well. They move base runners. Alexander makes another good pitch. Man on third, less than one out.
That brings up Frank Serra, the left fielder.
Now batting for New York is number 8, Frank Serra.
Dallas Alexander on the mound again in his second inning of relief. Hits Serra right in the back. And that will set up runners at the corner.
John, we've seen a lot of hit by pitches, but these kids are tough. I mean, this one strikes square in the right in the old buttocks right there. I guess.
Coming to the plate for New York is
I didn't know what to come up with on that, so I said the buttocks. But look at him. I guess if you're that young boy, that's where you want to get it. So
the folks at home cannot see Dave Belisle's reaction when he was trying to give a good description of where the ball hit.
You know, depending what area of the country you're from, I don't know, bum.
As Hannah will be the pinch runner. That was great. That might be my highlight of working with you so far.
Not for that young boy, no.
Puglisi, the left-hander, steps in. Bryce Harper is his favorite player. Heading the count 2-0. This inning started off with Castanello opposite way, stand-up double. He advanced to third, and Serra on first after being hit by a pitch. Hannah is the pinch runner for him. Already, New York has seen dominant pitching performances by Bedford and Bruno, and they've already scored a combined 15 runs in 2 games so far.
Top to bottom, John. It's a tough out. They're scrappy. They get pitch counts up. They put the balls in play. They force the defense to make plays.
And a chance by Puglisi if he can draw the walk to load the bases.
Again, all these Staten Island hitters, great balance, great patience.
That one gets away from the catcher. And coming in to score is Castanello. And that'll be the 6th run across for New York on the wild pitch by Alexander.
Baseball ready. These runners for Staten Island, baseball ready to go to second, third, and obviously right there, home plate. Got to get a good jump. Beat those catches.
And that'll be ball 4 to Puglisi. And Hannah with him on second. Now it'll be runners at first and second with just 1 out. And you have to start thinking about the 10-run rule potentially coming into effect.
Absolutely. And that would be nice for Staten Island. Very nice.
And Cavalieri's going to come in as a pinch runner.
Robert Cavalieri
for Puglisi.
And now batting for New York is number 26.
And here comes Mr. Bedford, who's had a nice tournament so far.
Bedford, who has reached base every time he has been up so far today.
You know, Staten Island's done a better job of adjusting to the umpire than Keystone has on the mound. You know, it's been some tough calls on the outer edges, but Bedford won't bite on it. And they know what the zone is right now. They've adjusted. And they've done a really, really good job. How about that? His role model is his older brother, man. I love hearing stuff like that. I love hearing stuff like that. Wyatt, look any further than your sibling.
1-1 pitch.
So it looks like they're going to let Alexander go over that, one of the first pitches to go over that 20-pitch threshold. So, which Bob probably take him out at maximum 50, but Yeah, you got to go with someone here. At this point in time, you've used up 5 of them. Let's go with this young boy. He's doing a good job.
29th pitch for him. Bedford draws yet another walk, and that is going to load the bases for Mid-Island Little League. A 6-0 lead. And the heart of the lineup coming up, starting with the starter, Greg Bruno. And that's going to bring Patrick Johnson out of the dugout for Keystone.
Let's listen in.
Hey, it's okay. Hey, you okay? Are you throw strikes or not? Tell me the truth. No? Boy. Okay. Oh, boy. Assuming you can't go, right?
Probably not.
Okay. Here. Connor!
He's like, what?
Yeah. Stay here for a minute. Hey. Hey. He's struggling a little bit. I need you to bail him out. Got him? Yep. All right. We're going to throw that junk. We're going to get some ground outs. We're going to get back in the dugout and hit. Okay? Work for him, Gabe. Let's go. Come on.
Where do you want me to go?
There's something to be said about honesty when he asked Dallas Alexander, can you pitch strikes? No. Okay, I got to go with somebody else then.
How about the coach's reaction? He wasn't expecting that answer. Okay.
You want honest? I can be honest.
Okay, where do I go from here? All right.
Number 8, Dallas Alexander.
I mean, I got a pretty good idea. And the coach has done an unbelievable job of trying to keep his patience with his kids. But I got a pretty good idea what he's going to be saying to these kids behind the closed doors. I think he's, you have to. He's not seeing his team right now. He really is. They're a good ball team.
Well, Connor Fultz is going to be the new pitcher. Meanwhile, while we have a chance to go over some of the facts and figures surrounding Little League World Series, the first international leagues were formed in Canada and Panama back in 1951. It was founded in 1939 in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, with the leagues existing in over 80 countries with over 2.4 million children playing each year. Some amazing facts and figures, and ESPN is once again privileged to be a part of the coverage of the Little League World Series on the road to Williamsport. Going back to that Alexander conversation with his manager, Patrick Johnson, I thought it was interesting. If you've ever seen the 30 for 30 pertaining to SMU, they're in the locker room, and the guy comes in, the head coach, and he says, if anybody here doesn't think we can't win, say it now. And some guy stands up to get started. Coach, I don't think we can win. I don't think we can win.
Oh, boy.
So there is something to be said about honesty.
Yes.
But here now, Bruno, bases loaded, a chance. He could end it with one swing of the bat because of the 10-run rule.
Yeah. Did they cut for a commercial after that boy said that?
Thankfully, it was before social media. Bruno, that pitch getting away from the catcher. As Johnson able to corral it. No advancement by the runners.
Your zone, Greg.
Fultz, known as the Iceman. You know why? Because he's cool under pressure.
Yeah, he was just asked to pitch, and he hasn't pitched in a long time. That's cool. Good for you, Iceman. Coming into a bases-loaded situation, and you got to face Bruno and then Martinez after that.
Now, even if Staten Island does get a 10-0 lead, Pennsylvania, because of the home team, will still have a chance to bat in the bottom half of the 5th inning. But they have been patient at the plate today. 9 walks drawn in total.
Opening it up.
And Bruno draws the walk. That'll be the 7th run as Hannah comes in to touch home plate. A 7-0 lead at this point for New York, and we touched upon what the 10-run rule means. Here's what it looks like when one team has a lead of 10 runs or more after the 4th inning. Also new this year is a lead of 15 runs or more after the 3rd inning, or 2.5 innings based on the home team.
Yeah, sometimes, John, in district play, you'll see that rule. It's probably instituted because of the fact that, there is a huge discrepancy in some of the teams in some of the districts. So I think it's a great rule, that 15-run rule.
Here's Martinez at the plate. We saw yesterday a solo home run. Takes that one for a called strike. Even up the count at 1-1, still just one out. So far in this tournament, 4 for 5 is Martinez.
Oh, he just missed it.
Skies one high to the shortstop. Porter comes down with it for the second out. Martinez, you mentioned it, Coach, just missed a home run.
Just missed. Just missed. But you throw strikes, sometimes, you know, even the best can miss them. So it's a nice job right there. He just missed this ball, though. I mean, look at this right there in his wheelhouse. Ooh. And that's what he said, too. Ooh. But happens, son. Nobody's perfect.
Here's Derek Mendez with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Facing off with Connor Fultz. Sniffs the ball before he pitches is his superstition.
Really?
I've never heard of that one. Mendez, slow roller to second. Quick play by Wyan.
What a job right there. Good job.
2 more runs come across for New York. They're shutting out Pennsylvania 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Ladies and gentlemen, motivating game action this week is LIS. League Baseball Eastern Region Tournament.
I did it. I actually did it. I got Martinez.
They offer a wide variety of products to choose from and are eager to show you their best shots. Just
You're telling me, brother.
photos are not available online.
Huh? You got it.
What's Bruno's line right now?
Yeah, I don't expect him to come back out. You gonna throw a any stats up there? No, you just have.
No, I'll.
You got the stats, right?
Yeah, I'll lead you into it.
You do it all right there, kid.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
There it is, kid.
Oh, he's coming back.
He's coming back.
Why not? Let him pitch.
Let him pitch.
He's got 20 more pitches. Why
Save
not?
him for the championship game.
What's the rule about you can finish out the if you hit the 85 limit? Pennsylvania's offense with just 2 hits today. That's because Coach Greg Bruno has just been that dominant on the mound.
All game long. Been in control, dominant, using the outer edge, using the off speed when needed. Couple infield singles. He's been so dominant today.
4 shutout innings, just 2 hits, 2 walks, and the 9 strikeouts. And he's going to be back on the mound to begin this bottom of the 5th inning. 65 pitches, so 20 more away from the 85 limit.
At the plate for Keystone is number 2, Nathan Wyan.
Sitting really good right now.
Nathan Wyan begins this 5th inning, swung on and missed. That has been the theme for Pennsylvania here today. They've been unable to, in any fashion, break through against Bruno. And quickly behind in the count, 0-2.
Elevating at the right time, using his fastball till they can hit it.
Wyan, grounder to short. Martinez, Scalabrese, unable to get it. That one into the dirt. And so Wyan will reach to begin this bottom of the 5th inning.
Good effort, though, by Calabrese right there. That ball was coming across smoke, and he... You know, Martinez does everything right on here. This one just got away from him. Circles it nice.
For Pennsylvania is number 13, Wyatt Kramer.
Put the balls in play. You never know. You never know.
So for Pennsylvania, Wyatt Kramer, whose favorite band, Imagine Dragons. You ever listen to them?
Imagine Dragons. Can you sing something?
I'm not a singer, I can tell you that. I work with a great audio crew. I don't want to put them to shame. By any means. 1-1 pitch. Seven 0 lead for New York alongside Dave Belisle. John Brickley with you here from the Giamatti Center in Bristol, Connecticut. And Bruno now with 10 strikeouts as he retires Kramer for the first out in this bottom of the fifth.
Again, number 22, Braylon Porter.
The speed, the deception of speed.
It's fascinating to see the great pitching performances we have seen, and it's only day 2.
Yeah. But it's kind of like we're seeing if, fill out here. Who's going to end up towards the end because of the pitching. These dominant pitches, they make it happen. Especially in the early games, John. We were talking earlier. It's just so important to get a good pitching performance, to keep your team in the game early, just to get your confidence level up and get that competitive spirit going as the game moves on. It's tough when you're struggling and nervous and walks are happening, but they're kids. They're kids. But when you got someone like Bruno, it's a blessing.
Well, Bedford was phenomenal yesterday. Bruno has equaled that today in his start. 1-2 pitch. Corder unable to catch up, make that now 11 strikeouts on the day for the right-hander. And there are 2 away. 77 pitches on the day for the right-hander.
That was some mustard on it. Again, here we are getting later in the innings. He's throwing just as hard as he was in the first inning.
Here's Alexander with 2 outs and a runner on first. That was Wyan who led off after the throwing error by Martinez. Slow roller back to the pitcher, Bruno. Easy play that will end the inning. At the end of 5, New York with a 7-0 lead. That young man, Greg Bruno, dealing 11 strikeouts on the day.
After 5 innings of play, the score is New York 7, Pennsylvania 0. And gentlemen, your attention please. Your safety is of utmost concern to us while you enjoy the game action here at Breed Field. High heat and humidity can be dangerous, so be sure to drink plenty of water or Gatorade, especially on days like today.
A beautiful look at the worldwide leader on the main campus in Bristol, Connecticut, ESPN. John Brickley, Dave Belisle back with you. Was there this morning, made the quick trip over here to the Giamatti Center. But one of the great aspects for all the teams, not only in the New England Regional, but the Mid-Atlantic, they get a chance to visit the campus, and it is a once-in-a-lifetime visit.
It really is, John. My team's got the opportunity to go there, and they were thrilled. They're thrilled to get a total tour. They get to meet celebrities like yourself, John. But no, it's a special ride over there. and they get to see how it happens on ESPN.
I got the reaction of, who are you again? Every time. Never heard of you.
And then you say, just be careful. I'm doing your game this afternoon.
Exactly. You want me to say nice things about you? Chris Cancel leading off this 6th inning. Grounder to short, and he is retired for the first out.
Nice job by Fultz right here, doing a great job.
So I've always wanted to ask you this because this is the first year we've been able to work together. What's it like being a coach in Little League and now being an analyst for Little League?
Well, I'm definitely not as nervous, I can tell you that much. Believe it or not, you know, it's just great to work with kids. I miss it. And just to be able to broadcast and stay involved with it and then just get that feel again as I'm watching these kids play. And I don't know, anyone that watches Little League Baseball, they love it. They love it. They love this broadcast and they love these kids because they're so good, you know? And they make coaches like me look so good. Look at them, they got me this gig. You know? The Commonwealth Americans. Kudos to you guys.
They'll hold that over your head for the rest of your life, Coach.
Oh, my God.
For the rest of your life. Calabrese with 2 outs, bunting. Slow roller, Fultz. And a quick 1-2-3 inning.
How about Fultz?
Fultz comes in relief, doing his job well. 7-0 Pennsylvania, needing some runs. Kidding me? Afternoon at the Giamatti Center here in Bristol, Connecticut for ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series. Everyone taking in the sights and sounds this afternoon. Great food, great atmosphere. You know who that young man is.
Ah, Matty Sanduli's boy. But look, the atmosphere in Little League Baseball is all throughout the regions. It's awesome. The volunteers, they do an unbelievable job of making it all comfortable for you, whether it's from the concession stands, you know, here in the booth, the people keeping statistics and making us look good, John, to the umpires who volunteer their services, and the grounds crew. Can't say enough about the grounds crew. Making them picturesque out there for these boys.
It is one of the top facilities in the country when it comes to Little League Baseball. The dormitories, the setup with all the food for the players and the parents, it is first class all the way, put together by the Giamatti Center. All the fans making their way, the Keystone fans making the long trek from Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, Bruno closing in on the 85 pitch limit. He's at 82 right now, facing off with Schlesinger. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Pennsylvania down to their final 3 outs. That one fouled away. It's a double elimination tournament, so either way, Pennsylvania, if they lose this game, they are still alive.
Very much alive, John.
The journey gets a little bit more difficult, but they are still alive.
And they have the pitching ready to go. Coach Johnson utilized it, keeping them under 20 for the first 4 kids.
2-2 pitch fouled away, and this upcoming will be the 85th pitch. So Bruno will be allowed to finish with this bat. And after that, he will have to be taken out based on the pitching count and the mandatory rest requirements.
But he's done his job. I know he'd love to finish with a K right here. But Schlesinger's going to make it difficult for him.
I mean, if you add Bedford and Bruno's performance in this tournament so far, they've had 9 scoreless innings, 16 strikeouts combined.
Wow.
2-2 pitch. Again, fouled away as Schlesinger able to stay alive. You've been in those situations before where you've had a tough opening game and you've had to rebound. How does the mentality then change going forward after a loss?
Well, number one, you got to get your kids back out, you know, give them time to settle in, enjoy after that, you know, after that tough loss, but get right back out in the field, get them batting again, get their confidence level up, try to forget about the game. But you got to point out some of the things that they've done wrong, or they can do better. Because if you don't, you know, you got to get them a little angry, get them a little more competitive. You know, we could do better than this.
The 9th pitch of this at-bat, Schlesinger draws contact, hit by the pitch, and so he leads this 7th inning off, or excuse me, the 6th inning off, as Bruno is going to have to be pulled based on the pitch count limits. Here's a look at the game summary of this Mid-Atlantic Regional Showdown between New York and Pennsylvania. Greg Bruno has been the story, 5+ innings with 11 strikeouts and 3 RBIs at the plate. While Pennsylvania, coach, they've been trying to find some kind of rhythm, having to use 6 pitchers this afternoon.
They're trying to find their niche. And they're staying with the game within a game. Like you mentioned earlier, John, that it's not only about today. You've got tomorrow. I think Pennsylvania's has done that right. I think Coach Johnson's done a nice job. Bruno's done an incredible job. Throwing 88 pitches today in this high heat. Might have tired right at the very end over there, but what a pitching performance. And some good things for Staten Island so far.
New pitcher coming in, that'll be Derek Mendez. We'll step aside, be back in a moment. Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series. In the house now, the team from Vermont getting set to face off with a tough challenge in Coventry, Rhode Island, who came up with an impressive opening victory yesterday against Fairfield American in Connecticut. That game's coming up at the top of the hour at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Maryland, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Maine will wrap up our coverage on day number 2 here from Bristol, Connecticut. Derek Mendez, the new pitcher, in place of Greg Bruno, who moves over to second. Chris Bedford is at third. Kevin Greninger is at first as a special pinch runner for Pennsylvania with Gabe Johnson at the dish, trying to keep this rally going for the boys from Keystone Little League.
Mendez's job right now is to throw strikes and let the players play. Don't want to get into a walk situation. We've seen how that's hurt Keystone, so Staten Island's been very successful pounding the strike zone. And this is what this young boy's got to do. On the other end, let's build a little momentum from Keystone. Let's build some. You never know what can happen. Let's build some momentum. Put the ball in play.
2-1 pitch from Mendez. In there for a called strike to even up the count.
Nice job right there, outer half.
Bruno and Bedford have been the foundation of success on the mound for New York in this tournament. Quick check back to first. I asked you before, as a coach, how do you motivate your players after a potential loss like this? If you're New York's coach, how do you keep their focus on the bigger picture with convincing wins through the first 2 games?
Well, after today, if they do go on to win, and this game's not over yet, but if they, if they do, regardless if they do it or don't, you need to give them a little bit of a breath. Let them start enjoying. Go watch some other teams play. Maybe have a little batting practice later on tonight, but enjoy the scenery, the play, and maybe even take them for a swim because they're not playing. If they do win, not till a couple days. So you got to let them relax, and you got to take your moments when you can let them relax. And the same thing with Keystone. Depending on what happens here, you got to let them have some fun. You got to let them enjoy themselves and forget about what just happened. But then when you get them back on the field, and you're going to have that time, then you get refocused again. It's all about timing. When you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. But you gotta have a balance. Keep it fun, keep it competitive.
Connor Foltz, as Mendez deals with a 1-1 pitch. 2 runners on, no one out. This has been the rally Pennsylvania has been trying to orchestrate throughout this game. And they've got a little bit of momentum in their favor with 2 runners on. 2-1 pitch. Foltz couldn't chase the high heat from Mendez.
A little more patience, son. Good job by Mendez, elevating that.
Swung on and missed. Mendez with the strikeout, and an important one, the first out of this 6th inning for the right-hander.
And he's feeling good right there. You know, first 2 guys got on, but he settled in, refocused. It's a big out for him. So that gives him a deep breath.
Burnell now comes on with 1 out, still 2 runners on. Ball gets away, luckily for Pennsylvania. Back to first is Greninger, excuse me, to second.
How about the nice scoop by Bruno over at second base? It's beautiful. Made it look easy. I mean, we're looking here because we're thinking they are major leaguers. They're little league major leaguers. That was a beautiful scoop.
Checked his swing, so Mendez evens up the count at 1-1.
Nice pitch by Mendez right on the outer half. Another twirler. I like it.
I'm telling you, there's a bunch of Jim Leyritz impersonators out here. 1-2 pitch. Mendez. That one foul tipped into the glove by Cancel. Nice job behind the plate by the Mid-Island catcher. And there's 2 outs with back-to-back strikeouts from Mendez and the last hope Prayville here for Pennsylvania in this game.
Mendez doing a great job. Let's see if he can finish the shutout. I know he wants to. He's a determined young man. The Big E. He's like the Little League on this team. God, this big squad right here.
A lot of girth, as you would say. Mendez behind in the count, 2-0. Prayville taking all the way. 20, or I should say, excuse me, 17 runs put together by New York in these first 2 games. And the pitching has been stellar as well. Missing high was Mendez there. Falls behind 3-1.
And I think, John, that Keyson's going to take what out of this game that, listen, you know, they only got 4 hits on us, guys. 4 hits. We gave him this game, you know. Yeah, they're good. Their pitcher was good. But we gave him. We gave him this game. That's the approach you're going to take from the other side. You know, did they really give him the game? Well, you know, when you walk as many batters as they did, and, you know, they threw the ball around a little bit, they're so much better than that. And the coach is going to reiterate the point that we are good, and we can play better.
Pennsylvania down to their final strike, and Mendez misses low and draws the walk, does Frayville, to keep the inning, the game going. The bases loaded still. With Nathan Wyan coming to the plate to try to extend this inning for Pennsylvania.
Why not? Keep it going. No, it's getting hot out there. These boys have been out in the sunshine and this humidity now for about an hour and a half, and it takes its toll on these young boys. on the umpires, the catches. It's these late innings. They're at.
Caden Colby now with the pinch running duties on first with 2 outs. Mendez's first pitch to wind in there for a called strike.
And a nice job. I know Pitbull.
You do?
Oh yeah, I know Pitbull. I know Pitbull.
I would put money down that you wouldn't.
Well,
that's my vote of confidence for you. I always
it's a dog,
pictured
right?
you. Yeah, jeez. Oh man. Oh man. And I still have another game with you today,
oh,
and then 3 more after this. Final strike. Pennsylvania is down to Mendez. Missing outside.
Why not? Little League Baseball, let's fight to the very end. Nobody go off that field without giving it your best shot. That's great.
Like a pit bull.
Like a pit bull. I love it. The determination in both these players right there. Love it.
1-2 pitch. Wyan went around, and that'll do it. Mendez comes in. And New York improves to 2-0 in this Mid-Atlantic Regional with a 7-0 shutout of Pennsylvania.
Another stellar performance by the Staten Island, New York team. Boy, they're going to be a team to reckon with. They've announced who they are, and kids are taking notice.
New York wins this one 7-0. Coming up, Rhode Island and Vermont in the New England Regional. That'll be followed by Maryland and New Jersey, Massachusetts and Maine coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, with all these games streaming on ESPN+. Greg Bruno was dominant on the mound today. 11 strikeouts over 5+ innings of work, as New York once again dominant in their second game in this tournament. Again, our final score, New York, a 7-0 win over Pennsylvania. For my partner, Dave Belisle, our entire hard-working crew here at ESPN, I'm John Brickley. Thanks for watching the Little League Regionals, as we will see you coming up at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, Rhode Island and Vermont. For now, we say goodbye from Bristol, Connecticut.